This is my moment, folks. If the mic was on, Morris. Yeah, this mic's on. Hello. Hello. Morris, hello, I'm here. 1, 2. 1, 2. He's doing this on purpose. 1, 2.
Switch it on.
It was on at the start.
Did I give you batteries?
Was it on?
Did I give you batteries? Did you check the batteries?
I checked the batteries.
Like I showed you. And are the batteries working?
Yeah, they were not working.
Show me. Jesus.
I'm going to change the batteries. Just in my moment. This is bleeding great.
I'll wait for you, Eoin.
I knew this would happen. I think I'll just go home and stay.
Okay, while Eoin is changing the batteries.
You know how to change batteries.
Let me come up here and change it for you.
The curtains go.
Come up here to me.
I was only just up there.
We can hear you.
I hope you can hear me.
Well, hey! We're in action! Sorry? Did I hear something in this corner? No. Oh, I bet I didn't. I can't believe I don't even have the stage to perform on. Everyone else gets the whole stage to perform on, and I get this. A little spotlight. I feel so not wanted. I thought he was going to turn the lights off on me as well. Rage is right. Well, anyway, for any of you who don't know, I started doing stand-up about, I'd say, 6 or 7 months ago. Here on this very stage, the stage behind the curtains that I'm not allowed onto. So I started doing stand-up in MYMS Got Talent here in the venue theatre, and unfortunately, Tom Moran and Megan Walsh had to be greedy and win the competition and leave nothing left for me, so I didn't win, unfortunately. But that's why I'm here, because I'm here to impress you. I don't need MYMS Got Talent, I don't need that. I'm my own man. Well, anyway, I was in Dublin, right, about 3 months ago, and I was getting a taxi, right, and I just got into a taxi on the side of the road. And I opened the door anyway, and the guy was from pure Dublin, Finglas or something, I don't even know where he's from. And I opened up the door anyway, he said, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "Grafton Street, please." So it was grand anyway, there was a picture, a little photograph stuck on his dashboard. And I said, "What's that picture of?" He said, "That is the surface of the moon." I said, "Oh, very good. Did you have fun when you were up there?" He said, No. Sure, I wasn't up there. I never get the time off. As if that was the main reason a Dublin taxi driver didn't go to the moon. He was mad into the solar system and everything. And we were driving along, and he says, "Do you know what? I know all the constipations." I said, "That's not what they're called, that's not what they're called." And anyway, we got to Grafton Street, and he said, "Here, before you leave this taxi, right, I'm going to learn you something, right? You see that star up there? You are seeing the light from that star. But it's taken so long to get here that it may not be working. Right? So you are seeing the light, but it may not be walking." So I said, "Alright, so it's like a Dublin taxi, so." I got to my destination safely anyway, thank God. And speaking of Dublin, I was out with my mates about 2 weeks ago in Dublin, and we got a minibus up and back, right? There's about 20 of us getting this minibus, so it was grand, it wasn't too dear anyway. And basically we were on the way, we were just coming out of Dublin, right? And there was this lad, he was absolutely steamed, he was pissed. and he was trying to, what it looked like anyway, it looked like he was trying to cross the road. He was like this. And the bus driver said, oh here, I better see where this lad's going, right? So the bus driver pulled up beside him and rolled down the window and said, trim! And your man just looked at us. Straight down the road there and turn left. This side is doing a lot better than this side. I'm gonna have to wake you up, get a few fireworks or something. I love drunk people though, they're very entertaining. I was on a flight to London, right? What are you laughing at? It better be me. I was on a flight anyway to London on my own. And don't say I'm alone, or I was going to meet my brother over there, so don't laugh at that. And there was this drunk guy sitting beside me anyway. And basically, he just appeared, he stood up out of his seat and he shouted at the hostess. He said, how do I get a drink? And she said, oh, I'll take your order now. What would you like? He says, gin and tonic. And he says, what do I do if I want another one? He says, if you just press the button above your head there, there'll be someone down to you. So I zoned out anyway and started looking out the window. And 2 minutes later, I looked to my left, or to my right. Not my left. I looked to my right. And your man's here holding his glass up to the air nozzle, going, it's not working. It's broke. I'll never fly with Aer Lingus again. I have a friend of mine, right, works in Dublin Airport, right, on the X-ray machines. And there was this guy from Slovakia, right, coming into Dublin with a big gear bag, and guess what was in the gear bag? A chihuahua. So he was trying to bring this chihuahua into Dublin Airport, right? And my friend, he was like, excuse me, there's a dog in your bag. I don't even have to use the X-ray machine, your bag is barking. There is a dog in your bag. And your man says, yes. Now if you're in a situation like this, make something up. Anything, just make something up. So my mate said, there's a dog in your bag. Yes. Why is there a dog in your bag? He is guide dog. And my friend said, the dog is 6 inches tall. Yes, he is travel version. That was his excuse. I'll remember that forever. It's such a brilliant joke. That was his excuse. Make something up apart from saying it's a guide dog and it's a travel version of a guide dog. Oh good Lord. Well anyways, what was I going to say next? Let me think. Hold on now. Have my notes. Okay, is there any builders in the house? Anyone, put your hands up. I hate builders, right? So maybe don't put your hands up, right? Just before I came out this evening, right? We had a pipe in our house that was leaking, right? And the whole wall was getting all wet, right? So there was a builder who had to come up to the house and do an evaluation on how much it would cost to be fixed, right? So your man came up and he said, see that wall there? That wall is wet. It was soaking wet. I said, oh really, is it, Jay? The pipe's not leaking or anything, is it? He said, won't be leaking, yeah? So he gets out his screwdriver, right, and sticks it into the wall. He says, see that? Oh, the plaster's falling off. See that hole? I said, that hole wasn't there before you came. I was like, you're doing an evaluation on a hole now, not just a leaky pipe. Who does that? Who comes to your house to do an evaluation and makes the problem worse? Like, you don't go to the doctor and get an examination. The doctor says, I'm afraid you've brittle bones. And then he smacks on your leg. Who does that? Or you go to the doctor and he says, I'm afraid you've a weak heart. Boom! So, from here on, I don't like builders. Somebody is finding me very entertaining. If you think I'm funny, you should meet my parents, right? My father is hilarious, right? He's 68 years of age, alright? All he can do, he watches telly most of the day, right? All he can do is turn on and off the TV and turn up and down the volume. It's great crack laughing at him. So if you put on what he wants, it's grand. He can watch it all day, turn up the volume and everything, it's brilliant. But I think, anyway, we've too much choice today. How many people here have Sky? Yeah. No. There's a channel on Sky called Yesterday. How hard do you think it is explaining to my dad what's on telly? The day after tomorrow's on Yesterday Today, Dad. There's a channel called Yesterday +1. That's fucking today! I don't understand it. It's just wrong. The TV listings, I wish we could go back to RT1 and RT2, and that's it. Simple as. It's funny though, it is entertaining, I must say. My love life was on the rocks recently. Oh, yeah. So does anyone know what Take Me Out is? Yeah. Well, for any of you who don't know, right? Take Me Out is a dating show that you go on, okay? We love you. Oh, there's one date anyway. And it's a dating show anyway, and for them, you go on it and there's about 30 women and they all have a buzzer, right? If they don't like you, they turn out the buzzer. And you have 3 rounds to impress all these girls, okay? And after the 3 rounds, if there's still women with their lights on, you can choose between them to take them on a date, okay? So I got through the 3 rounds and there's 2 girls left, right? So you have to, it's a bit like blind date, used to be. You have to ask them $1 million question at the end to see what they say. So I said to them, I said, if you had €10 to go on a date with me, where would you go? And these 2 women that were left were from Dublin as well, just to make things even better. So I said, if you had €10 to bring me on a date, what would you spend it on? And I said to the first girl, and she said, €10. I'd probably go bowling on my own. You better crack. She said, sorry love, but I wouldn't get up on you to get over a wall. And they're not so, like when you get to the end, they're supposed to like you. This is why this episode wasn't aired. They wouldn't put it on because it just didn't work. It had to be me. I just screwed the whole system. So I said, well, she's out anyway. So I went to the other one. I asked her the same question. I said, if you had €10 to go on a date with me, what would you spend it on? And she looked like she obviously had no job. So she said, €10? I keep it myself. And she says, sorry love, the tide wouldn't take you out. And she turned off her light there now, so I was left with nobody. And that's why they didn't even air the episode or anything, so I screwed up everything. Just my luck. Rage. Do you know any other words than rage? Did your mother in the 3rd row that's not sitting with you, did she teach you any other words? I'm a bit worried that you're sitting on your own with three seats spare beside you. You okay there, Richie? You want to tell a joke? Oh, too shy. Right, I was walking down the road the other day, and it was a funeral, and there was a big, massive, steep hill, right? And this hearse was going up the hill, and it went over a bump, right? And the coffin flew out the back of the hearse and started flying down the hill, and it bolted straight up the Market Street, straight through the traffic lights, and busted straight through a pharmacy, right? And smacked into the counter. And the corpse got up out of the coffin, said to the woman at the counter, do you have anything to stop me coughing? A round of applause, come on! I've one left, one more, one showstopper before I let the singers go up and do their thing, right? This is a bit cheesy now, literally, right? What do you call cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese! I told you it was cheesy! So that's it from me, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave now, because I'll be out to get you. But thank you very much, folks. Hopefully I can find the opening here now. Give me a list as well so I know who's coming next. Act 2. I think that's the right